0960-200-4900 by way of calling, texting, and when WhatsApping. You definitely connected live and direct. This is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen running us through to 13. All right, I have the young prodigy on my immediate left chair, right, sandwiched in between Mapalo and Andrew at the far end there. So for your questions, you are at liberty to get interactive. In a teeny tiny bit, I'll be able to connect the assassin of the coast of Perth in Australia to join in interactions. And then other gentleman, Coach Ray, is hoping to join us via Zoom as well as Mfundisi joining us via Zoom as we get to wind down the second hour of the ultimate leader in sport, the holy grail of sport entertainment. Right here, like I alluded to in the previous hour, it's a giving galore. We're giving. We're in the season of giving. It's Christmas. Christmas is next Friday. We have about exactly 6 to 7 days before Christmas. Now, Backpage really is giving away a replica jersey of a team of your choice this Christmas. On the 26th of December, the year 2020, a winner will be drawn of a replica jersey of your choice in this season of giving. All you simply do is log on to YouTube, look for Lorenzo Entertainment, LETV, hit the red subscribe button, and voila, you're actually into the draw to win that replica jersey of your choice. It could be a Polo jersey, a Chelsea jersey, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Juventus, AC Milan, even Boca Juniors. We're giving them away on this platform. All right. So
you mentioned Manchester United.
Yes, I did.
Didn't you?
Did I? I think I did.
No.
Okay, and Manchester United. And Manchester United.
You need to state, don't imply.
It shouldn't be by implication.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be by implication. All right, so Kennedy Munkonja says, welcome back, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Arsenal all the way. Thank you very much, Kennedy, for joining.
Wow. You must have a big heart, Kennedy.
Big heart with Arsenal.
Absolutely.
Same goes for for my young man Teddy Mwemba there, Boniface Mwanza. Yeah, these young men must be very, very strong because Arsenal
are really having it hard.
Mwansama Saiti, no. Mecha Simukoko, Ivan Sikanyeti.
All those are Arsenal.
Yeah, they've got a strong heart.
They must have a strong heart.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So if you're Arsenal, please take heart. We're in this together. That I can tell you for a fact.
As well.
Yes. We're in this together, as Lorenzo once said. All right. So take heart. It's definitely never easy. All right. And but we definitely hope that things will get better in no time, insofar as Arsenal is concerned. All right, let me run through fixtures in the MTN Super Division for today and tomorrow. All right. Well, in the game between Green Eagles and Zesco United, gentlemen, did any one of you travel?
No, we didn't travel, but it was played yesterday. And, Zesco United traveled into Choma at Independence Stadium to be able to play, Green Eagles. What a tough calling, because every team that has traveled there, they will tell you that it's a difficult venue for any given side. So for Zesco United, with Numbam Mamba as coach, they went there and they were able to, to pull a draw, 0-0, which was very good, coming out with a point. That does help, because many teams have gone there and their scalp has been claimed.
Zesco themselves since 2016.
Yes,
they haven't won since 2016, right?
That's it. So that tells you, the grim picture that that shows.
Musanza.
Musanza. Tonka 20. Yeah. So
they mean business.
So it was good for Zesco United. They came back. It was very good, but it was an entertaining game with both sides missing chances. They could have scored, but. Munumbamba is happy with a point, as well as Agrich Young. I believe should be happy with a point, although when you're home, you'd want to pick up all the maximum points, and that would be good. But for me, it was good training, considering that Tonka 20 are into continental football, so they should be playing next week. So it was a good, game that should have prepared themselves adequately.
Okay. All right. So there we go. 0960-200-490. If you'd want to participate by way of texting, by way of calling and WhatsApping, right, on this very platform. So feel free to get interactive with us on this very station. Joseph Mwanle says, watching Manchester United, the fallen giants, but chair, I too stand with Arsenal. from Dola. Thank you very much
Big
for that
heart.
one. All
You
right.
got a big heart, man.
Foreign giants, come on, come on.
Which
Foreign
foreign Manchester United?
Who
Yeah.
replaced Man U as giants now?
Because
one
they are,
has.
because they're all
No one
laboring,
has,
you
yeah.
know.
No one has yet.
Come on.
No.
Manchester,
no one has.
Manchester City.
No,
You
Manchester
haven't
City.
won the league for 7 years. Come on.
But Manchester City.
What is 7 years compared to Arsenal since 2004? 16 years.
But Arsenal have won some trophies in that spell.
No, we're talking about the
No, but
league
even
title.
Man U has won some trophies.
Yeah, but
in that spell.
as
Now
recently as
we're
last season.
Yeah, we're speaking of
Europa,
the
don't
EPL.
forget.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because 7 into 16, that gives you 2.
Remember 2.
Remember 2.
No, don't compare yourselves to Arsenal. Arsenal also.
By the
No,
way,
but-
when you say foreign giants,
Foreign
giants,
Uh-huh.
Manchester United, as we speak, they're on 20 EPL.
I knew that it was coming.
Yeah, no, we need to put facts as they
Yes,
are. You know, we are not belaboring the point.
No. These are just
Yeah,
facts.
so it's Liverpool that is trying to catch up.
Bear in mind, a game in hand is not points won. So
Well, but you can still rely on it, knowing that anything is possible. Yeah.
it's an anyone's hand.
3 results are possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
win, lose, or a draw.
And looking at the
Yeah.
inconsistency, you can't be very. Okay.
All right, okay, so let me get to read through the other fixtures. So Green Buffaloes play Forest Rangers at Nkoloma Stadium. This game is live on Super Sport. Then Red Arrows play Young Green Eagles at the same stadium, live at 15 on Super Sport. Then Indeni play Lusaka Dynamos at Indeni Sports Complex. Then we have Prison Leopards playing Buildcon. And then Zanaco will be at home to Lumwana Radiance. Sunday, Sis Power Dynamos play Cabo Warriors at the Arthur Water Davis Stadium. All right, so the game between Quito United and Napster Stars has been postponed. All right.
Yeah, Renzo, is that a double header that you mentioned?
Yes,
Yeah.
which will be live on Super Sport.
Yeah, that's 13 hours is
13 hours is
Kickoff.
Green Buffaloes versus Forest Rangers.
okay, then 15 hours.
Then the 15 hours one will see Red Arrows play Young Green Eagles. The hosts have been given the privilege of playing after prime slot
Yeah.
when it's less hot.
Okay.
I hope we can do something.
That's in Coloma Stadium.
Red Arrows.
Very quickly. Last weekend, Red Arrows was at Woodland Stadium. They played with Saga Dynamos. They were butchered 4-1. It was a tough, outing for Chisimbewe in that game. They couldn't rise to the occasion, but there was happiness on the other side, where Wetson Nyirenda, he scored for the Saga Dynamos, and they were able to win. But even in themselves, in midweek, they were beaten by Quito United 4-2.
Yeah.
So they had to rebound. They won against, Red Arrows 4-1. Then in the same stadium at 15 hours, we had GBFC taking on Napsa Stars.
Yeah.
GBFC also were beaten 1-0. Courtesy of Mayuka, Emmanuel Mayuka getting that goal. U20. He was able to get that goal. But it's good for Mayuka. He's doing well. He scored 3-4 goals. In continental football, he was able to get himself 2 goals. That helped come to club level. He's also local football. He's also getting goals, which is fantastic.
Okay, Angelus Moita says, I hear the only replicas available for Arsenal. Please arrange for a Liverpool one. Listening from the Toyota Diner of Kafue Road. Thank you very much, Angelus.
Angelus, good to hear from you.
Good to hear
been a
from
while.
you indeed.
It's been a while indeed.
Okay,
Or
we're
maybe
really
it's me that hasn't been around.
No, we haven't
No,
heard from him.
the time you haven't been around, he hasn't been in
He's
touch.
also
He's probably been a silent listener. He's
We
been a
welcome
silent
him
listener.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work out. He's typically Arsenal, but by way of duty, sometimes he strays into Liverpool.
No, there are people that have got. Yeah, there are people that have got 2 teams.
Yes, he's Arsenal.
Oh, I've always thought it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there are people that have
Last
got 2
time I
teams.
spoke to him, well, the people with 2 teams.
Yeah, you find that in Europe is Arsenal. Then in England is Arsenal. In Spain is Barcelona. You have that kind of thing.
There's always that balance.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, gentlemen, we're definitely getting exciting feedback. Let me get to read some of the comments coming through from people listening in. All right. And then Kennedy says, Silelo Tayamba, win or lose. The Arsenal man. Then Joseph Wale says, watching Manchester United, the fallen giants. I did read this one. Cholwe David Munamfupa says, so that's how young Mapalo looks like. Alright, so I've unmasked you. All right,
Please,
then
it's me.
Solomon Kazembe says the blues, the whites, and Ama yellow. Henry Chavula says, hi everyone, it's good to hear from you on Backpage. Again, God's blessings. Thank you for the powerful motivation. William Shipilo says, I love the Zambian League table standings right now. It's becoming more competitive.
Yeah.
Power Dynamos and Arsenal. Very competitive indeed, gentlemen. All right. Now, you snooze, you lose.
Exactly. That's how this league in this season is going to be.
Exactly. Now, let me ask each one of you, who's impressed you the most with the start of the season? Which club has really been the most impressive, as we close out the year, starting next week, after next weekend, we're into 2021. Let me start with Andrew this time around, the other way around.
Which team has impressed me this season?
Mm-hmm.
Local team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that's a very difficult question, Lorenzo, because so far there's no team that has come out to say, to convincingly say that they are on top, because the points in between are very, very, small. 1 point, 2 points, goal difference. So really, it's very, very difficult to pick out a team and say this is a team that has, impressed me so far. Maybe I would say, Young Green Eagles.
Young Green Eagles.
Yeah, they also have very compact team. They are playing football just like the Tonka Twente themselves. Probably Young Green Eagles.
Young Green Eagles. All right, sure.
Yeah, for me, I think I didn't expect Buteton to be where they are. Atop the first MTN league. You all know that when they came into the Premier League, they bought big. They went foreign. They brought in professional players with the hope of bringing in success.
Foreign coaches.
Yeah, foreign coaches were distributing. You can mention them. They wanted to be able to gain success so quick, but things couldn't work out. They tried, but as a result, what do? They shed the excess fat in terms of professional players, and now they've brought in Zambian players who apparently are doing well, and they've pushed Buteton to where they are at the summit of the league. Yes, somebody out there may say it's too early, to vouch for for Buteton, but I think Zambianization is working. Yeah, it's working, and the players are applying themselves. The results are showing, and it's great to be able to see Buteton where they are. It's great, for the owner, Mr. Mwanga, for having realized that there's more talent locally, as opposed to being able to go foreign and buy, these professional players.
Sure. I just want to add that you remember I was, mourning so much about the young Luchanga. I mean, he's at Buteton and doing so well.
Yeah.
So far, he's played in a number of games. The only problem I am seeing is that he's playing from the left wing, where I don't think he's very, very
effective.
Probably if he goes as the top back, maybe things can even change for the better for Buteton as well as for the young man.
Yeah, we hope for the best for the young man, considering that
the golden boy.
He's been around. You remember that he's a Lusaka Dynamos player.
Yes.
Then he went to Power Dynamos. Things couldn't work out. Then he migrated to Israel.
He had
gone to Israel. Things again couldn't work out. He came back. There was that rust in him. Now that he's having game time at Buteton, hopefully he should be able to come back into the Zambian national team. Yeah, because you remember even at when he was struggling, he was a member of the under-20 squad, but he wasn't even in that final game when we played. So that tells you how things went down with him. So hopefully this time around he's rediscovered himself, and Coach Mitchell should be able to call him.
Okay, all right, Mapalo, your standout performance for the year 2020-2021 season.
Yeah, I would say Buteton as well. I agree with the chair here, and I think it's something we all talked about, and it was heavily discussed on this by this very panel. If you're going to bring foreign players in our league, let them be of quality. Let them possess
not
something.
Quantity.
Yes, let them possess something our local players don't, because they spent heavily. They reminded me of QPR. Is it in the 2010-2011 season when they were promoted to the Premier League?
When Redknapp was coach?
Yes. They were promoted. The owners pumped in so much money, and they failed to deliver and were relegated maybe 2 seasons later. So it's absolutely outstanding. Their captain Isaac Shamujompa has been absolutely.
Oh, the journeyman.
Yes,
Yeah, the James Bond of football.
Absolutely instrumental. I seriously hope Coach Mitchell is looking at him and saving a slot for him in that Zambian defense, because he's been brilliant so far this season. Very instrumental, very vocal. He coordinates everything from the back, and you can see Biltcon second place. They have a game today. They draw that game or win that game, they go back on top, and it's amazing what they're actually doing there.
Yeah, just to add, Lorenzo, I think it's great that Shamjopa finally he's found his feet. And he's a captain at Butcon. You remember, he's a gentleman that has played for just about every club. And every club claimed his, him as their player. Mchanga Rangers, the Power Dynamo. You can mention them. And that could have ruined his career.
Isaac Shamujopa.
Yeah, but it's good now that he's at Butcon, and hopefully, Mr. Mwanga has the rights in terms of owning him. There's no things that because you see when all this come in, it's difficult for you to settle to get settled and to play your game. Yeah. I remember he used to be called to the Zambia national team, but he wouldn't play. It's just but it's good to see that he's now captain in Butcon.
Okay, gentlemen, let's talk about the FIFA awards. All right, that took place in midweek. Then we get into the Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A.
It's not surprising.
No, there's nothing surprising. Okay, there's one surprising thing.
I'm telling you the surprise
There's one surprising thing.
Yeah. All right, let me start with the one that is most contagious. FIFA Men's Coach of the Year went to Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool.
What's contagious about that?
Well, if you look at Hansi Flick, he won Bayern Munich 5 trophies in this,
including the UEFA Champions League.
This year only. He won them 5 trophies.
In 1 year only, he wins 5 trophies.
Yes. And Jurgen Klopp only won the league.
Hasn't Jurgen Klopp been climbing the ladder slowly?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, but what's his part?
Climbing and being
consistent. It's the season.
Yeah, but he's been climbing.
But climbing and being consistent are two different things.
No, Chair. He's been climbing consistently.
But what has he achieved in 2020?
Yeah.
What he has achieved in 2020?
He won the league.
He won the EPL.
That's it.
That's it. But
you look at the other gentleman.
Yeah, Fleck.
Yeah, Hansi
You won
Flick,
the Champions League.
He found Bayern Munich in 4th position in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, and when you talk about the Champions League,
he found them in 4th position. They were heavily battered 5-1 just before he took charge. They were on a sort of decline under Niko Kovac, and he came and he rejuvenated the team, and they were playing exceptional football. They won all their games in the Champions League.
Well, this is the point that I wanted to put across.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, they never lost a game.
I love Klopp with everything, but honestly, that award, Hansi Flick really deserves it.
I am with you on that one.
How many times did Messi and Ronaldo win something without winning anything?
That was always
why were they winning?
That's an individual player
compared
to a team.
Yeah, but why were they winning? I
mean, some of those awards were contentious. We can't debate with that fact.
So that's the reason why we are taking the club winners contentious.
I mean, Liverpool didn't win the league for 30 years, and it's an amazing feat.
For me, I have no problem.
Yeah, but
and the main reason is this: this coach has been very consistent ever since he went to Liverpool. Okay. He's taken the club from 30 years of being in the wilderness to be what Liverpool is today. It's a team to reckon with today. So surely he deserves it.
Yeah,
surely he does, because he's been climbing steadily, and the climax is he has won the league. Last season, what did he win?
Yeah, before that he won the Champions League.
Anyway, sometimes
so he's been very, very consistent in climbing up.
Yeah. Okay.
Very consistent.
Lorenzo, I think sometimes life is not fair.
Life is not fair, eh?
Yeah,
I mean, okay.
Because when you look at Fleck, what he's done with Bayern Munich, I think it was great. Like he's running the Champions League football, without losing a game. He won all the games. Then when you come to the local front, he was able to win the Bundesliga. You remember the one that had won them was
Niko Kovac.
Before Kovac was the one who was at Manchester City.
Oh, Pep.
Pep left, Kovac came in, but Kovac couldn't turn around the team. Then this guy comes in, but hopefully he's still young, he still have life in him. Hopefully, he should be able to win something, one or two things.
Chair, here is my question. When was the last time Bayern Munich lost the league?
2013.
Well,
2012.
no, they've won it 8 times, 8 times.
Consecutive,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
So there's nothing different that Flick did, because he found them winning the league.
But he
Now
found-
there's something special that Klopp did to win the league, because Liverpool was nowhere, completely nowhere.
You know,
So for
if
me, I don't find this to be controversial.
you see, if you say there's
I-
nothing that he has done,
Yes.
if he had lost the title, then you'd have said there's everything that
No,
he hasn't
but
done.
he found Bayern Munich winning.
but
Yeah, but you need that input. You
No,
need that
he
input
found
for you
them
to be
winning.
consistent.
No
Yeah.
way.
he found,
no
he
way.
found them struggling
Yeah.
in 4th place.
Yeah, you need that
They
input
were
for you to
struggling.
be able to be
They
consistent
were,
in terms
they
of
were
winning.
in fourth place.
Players like
Sunny, they were in fourth place, but they were still going to win the league.
Yeah,
players
but
like Thomas Muller were struggling.
Mm.
It looked like the end for someone like Thomas Muller, because he was kicked
Well,
out
he's-
of the
he's-
German
he's-
national
he's-
team.
not only
Muller
even
is-
the defenders.
Yes,
you know,
but now
Thomas Muller is let's
no,
not
he had
agree.
an instrumental season last season.
But let's
Just-
not agree that Thomas Muller is.
No.
I'm telling you.
He had an
how old is
instrumental
he?
season.
How
So
old is he?
there's someone feels undone here. He says, "Good afternoon, Backpage family. I have been a Bayern Munich fan since 1987. We won the Champions League, and it was not a topic on Backpage. Now Robert has won the FIFA Player of the Year, and you're quiet."
no, we're coming to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we're coming to that. Yeah,
We're coming to that.
If it
We
were
started with
England,
the-
Spain, and Italy, there would have been noise for Backpage.
Aren't you talking about Flick?
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
We're starting with Flick.
Yeah, what's the name? What's the name?
He hasn't given the name.
Yeah, but what we are saying, our ardent listener, is that for me and Mapalo, we are trying to vouch for Fleck, thinking that he did great and he deserves to have been named the coach of the year. But that's why I've said sometimes life is
It's not
unfair,
fair.
you know. But we must accept that he's still young, he still have many years, and with the kind of football that is introduced at Bayern Munich, he should be able to win him honors.
Yeah.
Now, coming to the player of the tournament, are we on that one? Yeah.
Yes, player of the tournament. Yes, Chair.
Yeah.
Robert Lewandowski ahead of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
It was something that was expected.
No
Yeah.
debate.
Yeah, no debate about
No
that.
debate.
Look at the
I
kind of
totally agree.
look at the kind of goals that he was able to score,
Mm.
taking Bayern Munich into the championship of the Champions League.
What a
Great-
standing player.
Yeah.
He was top scorer in all the competitions he participated in. He had 55 goals in 47 appearances last season. He also scored for Poland, his national team.
And he was voted the player of the year in Poland.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he's Polish, by the way.
Yeah.
He was also voted the player of the year. So that tells you and shows you that the boy was deserving. Now, there was funny things, because who votes for these things? It's the coaches and the captains,
Yeah.
the world over.
And journalists, some journalists.
Yeah, and some journalists. Now, look at Messi, who is captain for Barcelona.
Argentina.
And
And Argentina.
And Argentina, yes.
Oh my God.
Also, he's got 2 rows.
Yeah.
So who does he vote for?
Yeah.
He voted for Robert Lewandowski. He put him at number 3. Yeah. Then he put him at number 3. Then he could not vote for Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, Ronaldo is a captain for Portugal. He voted for Cristiano Ronaldo, for Messi, he put him at 2. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he put him at 2, but he did not put himself, because he knew that he wasn't deserving. Even for the same,
But you should have seen his face.
no, but they knew, because even when you look at Messi, he didn't even put himself.
Yeah.
Because they knew there was nothing that he did this season. So he was, magnanimous enough to accept that it wasn't his season. But putting Lewandowski at 3rd.
Even our very own captain, Luvumbo Msonda, didn't put Lewandowski first.
Yeah.
He put him second there.
Yeah, but Mitchell was right. He put Lewandowski first.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was very good, and Lewandowski was able to win. But in summary, what we are saying is Robert Lewandowski was a deserving winner in terms of
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Robert Lewandowski.
Then on the women's side, we've got Lucy Bronze
Lucy Bronze.
Yeah,
from England,
Captain
from England.
England national team. Me, I thought,
Lorenzo, who is that gentleman who is a Bayern Munich fan?
He didn't give a name.
He didn't give a name.
Okay.
Yeah, for me,
I hope he can now get back to us and say, okay, thank you very much. You've talked about my team and you've talked about
Yeah, I hope so.
For me, on the women's side, I thought Rapinoe should have won it,
Wow.
considering that she had taken America, to there to win the title last year.
Yes.
Wasn't that last season?
Yeah, it was last season.
I think she hasn't been involved.
Yeah, she hasn't been consistent.
And she questioned her own inclusion in the FIFA Women's
finalists.
11. Yes,
She's
because
just vocal.
I mean, she
vocal.
played little football last season.
That
So,
woman, she's vocal. You remember when they were winning the trophy?
yeah.
President Donald Trump said, "I'll be able to invite the team to
The White House.
to White House, so that I celebrate with them the title." She came out and said, "I'm
I
not
won't go
coming there. For me, what am I going to do there? I'm not coming."
All right. So
You and I, everybody, when the president invites us to say, "Come, State House," it is a go now, and try to look at the suit, which suit you're going to put on.
absolutely. All right. So, gentlemen, let's run through fixtures in the English Premier League. Crystal Palace play Liverpool at 14:30 at Selhurst. Then we have Southampton at home to Manchester City at the St Mary's Stadium. This game kicks off at 17
City
hours.
must be very, very careful.
And tricky ties.
Yeah.
Pretty tricky tie, eh?
Yeah.
And then we have Everton at Goodison Park at home to Arsenal at 19:30. Then Fulham will be away to Newcastle United at the St James's Park. Sundays is Brighton and Hove Albion at 14 playing at home to Sheffield United. And then Leicester City travel to play Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium. Manchester United play at home to Leeds United at 18:30.
That's a tough one. Give respect to Leeds.
Leeds United, right?
Marcel Bielsa,
Must respect
Yes.
former
Bielsa.
Argentine coach, he's doing great.
Absolutely.
He always squats looking at his team.
Yeah.
From the boots.
And you'll be pacing up and
Marcelo
down when he's
Bielsa.
not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Then to get a probably better bird's eye view of how things are going tactically speaking.
Yeah.
All right. Then Aston Villa will be away to West Bromwich Albion
That's a derby.
at 21:15.
Yeah.
Yes, the derby at the Hawthorns. Then Mondays is Burnley play at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Wolves travel to play at Turf Moor. Then Chelsea will be at home to West Ham United at 22 hours Central African.
And Chelsea must watch out.
So
They've
let's
lost
start with Chelsea.
Another tricky game.
against West Ham. They
Yeah,
need
so
to
let's
watch
start
out.
with Chelsea. Chelsea haven't really had it rosy in December.
Yeah.
They've been dropping more points than they've been picking up along the way,
Mhm.
and they've fallen off the top bracket of,
Yeah.
I think, the top 4.
Mhm.
Now they're definitely wallowing. Is
The
it
seventh?
number 7?
Mm.
Frank Lampard not really getting it right in a way.
Yeah.
Let me start with Mapal.
Well, we always said it was going to be a bit difficult. They spent well in the summer. They bought fantastic players, and well, maybe they've been rocked a little bit with injuries to Ziyech, Pulisic not being too fit all the time, and they were stunned in midweek. They actually played well in my view against Wolves. They played well, but Nuno Espirito Santo just outwitted Frank Lampard a little bit because he was playing on the counter and he left Pedro Neto, who broke Chelsea hearts in the 90th minute with a fantastic strike past Edouard Mendy. So the other week they lost again 1-0 to Everton. Just seeing signs of maybe fatigue because the big teams, the big 6, the big 7 teams have had to play so many games in this period, in this winter period, and they'll still play a lot more, which is perplexing because clubs in England have refused to invoke the 5 substitutions. So we're going to see a lot of these surprising results. I'm not going to be surprised this weekend as they're tricky ties. Crystal Palace, of course, is a bogey team to Liverpool. Leeds versus Man United, Southampton versus Man City, Everton, Arsenal. Very, very tricky fixtures. But going back to Arsenal, to Chelsea rather, Kai Havertz, I don't know. Maybe they're not finding the position for him. He came for so much money, 90 million euros. That's a lot of people are not even talking about the price tag. Everybody always talks about, hey, Pogba came for this much, Pogba came for what. But if you look at Kai Havertz, maybe the pace of the league, he's struggling to adapt with it, and they're going to face a West Ham side that is it's a very, very tricky fixture, given that it's a London derby, and they're going to face a West Ham side that's very, very, very stubborn. They've got the likes of Thomas Souček and Declan Rice in their midfield. Jared Bowen and Pablo Fornals playing fantastic football. West Ham. Sebastian Haller came up with a fantastic overhead kick in midweek to earn them a draw against Crystal Palace. So it's one I'm looking forward to. We'll see how Lampard responds to 2 losses on the bounce, but of course he'll want to get his players fit quicker because they've sort of lost the plot in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. Chair, Arsenal haven't really had it easy. They're probably in a relegation dogfight or scrap fight, if you may put it that way. They just picked up a single point in midweek, having lost over the last weekend. Mikel Arteta seems to have lost his mojo. The Arteta that we thought really had it grinding his way at Arsenal when he just took over Well, it's a different story altogether. The Cinderella story has come to an abrupt end in a way. Okay, now, do you see Arteta surviving in that hot seat of Arsenal, getting into the new year, probably to the end of the season?
It's very, very difficult to see him surviving in that position unless things change drastically. Because you see, he appears not to have his best 11. He changes the sides every week, and the kind of players that he's able to thrust into teams are not helping. He's had the prolific, players in terms of their captain, Aubameyang, Emery, Patrick,
Aubameyang.
The Gabonese, captain. He's a guy that came from, Borussia Dortmund with a lot of pomp, thinking that he's going to change things at Arsenal. But it appears now things are not working out. And instead of getting goals for Arsenal, he's now busy scoring for the, own goals.
At least he got his goal in midweek.
Yeah, it was good for him to be able to come back in that 1-1 draw. But the onus really and the focus is on coach Mikel Arteta as to whether he's going to survive. He's still got a chance, that if he can start winning now, then he can be able to redeem himself as well as Arsenal. It's not too late, but I want to believe that one player that is, kept sidelined, is kept in the dustbin, Ozil.
Mesut Ozil. Huh?
Yeah, Mesut Ozil. I think he's one player that can help him in midfield. And that should be good, and that should be able to turn the fortunes of Arsenal. But for personal reasons, sometimes remove that personality, the personal feuds. Be able to bring in guys that will be able to help you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do you think he's handled the Matteo Guendouzi situation properly? Because he's out on loan and he's playing fantastic football for Hertha Berlin.
You see. So those are players that you need to bring into your club to try and help you. Because what happens is you may put personal feuds in front, but you'll be fired. Yeah, the exco will be able to fire you. The board will fire you. And what happens? You'll be in the doldrums. And for him to be able to get a coaching job, as novice as he is, it will be very difficult. Yeah. Look at the guy that is coming back now, Sam Allardyce. Yeah, it's taken him 2 years to come back into the job. Others now are bandits on Sky. They can't find jobs. So it's important when you have that job. Prove that you're the right guy, that the board is happy with you, you're able to give good results. Don't personalize issues, don't bring in personal feuds. Those will not help you. So for Mikel Arteta, I hope he's listening on Backpage. Tuami papa tatata.
All right, Andrew, Man United got a rare win in midweek.
What?
Rare win in midweek.
Remind him that Manchester United, they've won 6 games on the road. Coming from behind. 6 coming from behind.
They are now called
so which rare win is he talking about? Comeback Kings.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they are being called now.
All right, on that note,
it's not really a rare win, Lorenzo. I mean, the team played extremely well. They would have even scored more than 3 goals.
Even 5.
Yeah. Rashford missed, I think, 2 or 3 sitters. So they played extremely well. So we can't say that it wasn't. They didn't deserve to win. I mean, they deserved it. Yeah, they did deserve that win.
Okay.
And,
if anything, they didn't deserve to concede the second goal.
Exactly.
They didn't deserve.
It's just that Man United need to solidify their back so that they stop leaking goals. Because if they continue leaking goals like that, a strong team can actually come and punish them. So the most important thing is for them to work on their back line. I mean, the midfield is good at the moment with with Pogba there, with McTominay there. They are playing good football.
Matic and the Fred.
If front line is doing good, they can do better, because some of those chances they are creating, they need to bury them. So and a team of that caliber shouldn't really waste such chances.
They should take those chances.
Should take those chances and bury them.
Okay.
It would be good to see them continue, with the winning mentality that they're currently enjoying.
Okay, let me run through La Liga. Then Mapalo comes in as well. So Atletico de Madrid plays Elche at Estadio Wanda Metropolitano. Then Valencia will be away to Barcelona at the Nou Camp at 17:15 Central African Time. Real Sociedad play Levante at Estadio Ciudad de Valencia. Then Osasuna play Villarreal at El Sadar. Sevilla will be at home to Real Valladolid at the Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Then Sunday sees Celta de Vigo play Alaves at 15. Real Betis will be away to Granada. The Nuevo Los Camenes, then Cadiz at the Estadio Ramon de Carranza will be at home to Getafe at 19:30. Real Madrid will be away to Eibar at the Estadio Municipal de Ipurua. So those are the fixtures in La Liga. Let me quickly switch to Serie A before the young prodigy talks about La Liga in a tiny bit. So talking of the Italian Serie A, Fiorentina play Hellas Verona at 16 hours at the Artemio Franchi. Then Sampdoria will be at home to Crotone at the Comunale Luigi Ferraris. Parma plays Juventus at 21:45 tonight at the Ennio Tadini. Sunday sees Torino at home to Bologna at the Grand Torino Stadium. Then Internazionale will be at home to Spezia at 16 hours. AC Milan will be out to Sassuolo. Tough game this one is, but Sassuolo really have been quite impressive. So have AC Milan.
Yeah.
All right. Then Cagliari will be playing Udinese at the Sardinia Arena. Then Benevento play Genoa at the Ciro Vigorito Stadium. Then we have Atalanta Bergamasca at home to AS Roma at the Gewiss Stadium. Then Lazio play Napoli at 21:45 at the Stadio Olimpico. So those are the fixtures.
Yeah,
in the
we're talking
Italian
about
Serie A.
Croton.
Crotone,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, Croton. Ni Crotone, yeah?
Yes,
Crotone.
Crotone.
Oh, Crotone. That's Italiano. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Mentioning it in the pizza form. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a team that sits at the basement. Not doing well. So if
Yeah.
you want to get points, yeah, you can be able to extract them from Croton.
Crotone.
Croton.
All right, and then one gentleman makes a late appearance on the program. All right, in a reflector jacket. How are you doing?
Very well, Lorenzo. Yali would say Zoom. Yandigagira.
Yeah, Zoom.
So what jacket chance? Ha, jigala. Yali go jigala kati. Wanjabira hey, what jala? Kamuya Backpage. Even if wajara wo 5 minutes. That in Diraunka.
You know, wajara wo 5 minutes.
Wajara wo 5 minutes in Diraunka. We are going to close it.
We're going to close it. Muriyango, turojara Muriyango.
Turojara
program.
Our program.
All right.
Just before Chair continues, just allow young Maparo to speak about Bielsa, the Leeds United.
Marcelo
coach.
Bielsa.
Yes.
All right, because Leeds is playing United.
Yes, this is a team that is playing Man United. So let young Maparo just explain what sort of a coach he is and what has made Leeds to be performing the way they are.
Okay.
They were 5-1, 5-2 victors in midweek.
And then Fundis will talk about Madrid.
That's
The team he hates with a
against
passion.
Newcastle. Yeah,
Why
that's
did I
against
come?
Newcastle.
Well, Marcelo Bielsa, some people call him the madman or El Loco. So this is because this is a guy who says generally there are about 26 different ways of playing football, but he says I have about 133. That is.
So high opinion of
Yes,
himself.
yes. Pep Guardiola years back definitely said he inspired his style, and he's the best manager he's ever seen. So such a huge compliment from one of the greats in the game. Shows you what kind of manager he was. Former Argentina coach, former Olympic Marseille coach, came to Leeds United. Leeds United generally finished mid-table, always in the championship. Never looked like they would come back. And he introduced a style of play, what they call gang-ho. They don't give you a minute to breathe. And this is evident. We saw it from Anfield in the first day when we slightly edged them 4-3. So they're a fantastic team. It's going to be a fantastic challenge for United because they play high-octane football, meaning they switch it from the base, which is the defender, the defensive midfielder, Calvin Phillips, and he looks for his wingers, either Jack Harrison on one side or if it's Rafinha playing the other side or Costa. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's one I'm definitely looking forward to. But Bielsa, number 3 on the FIFA Men's Best Coach. For a reason, because it was hard really bringing Leeds United and using what you would say
Since
average.
2004, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
they haven't been
2004.
here since 2004. So yeah, he's a fantastic manager achieving a fantastic feat.
Great stuff, Mampalo. Well said there. You're literally making Mfundisi quake in his sandals. because they're playing United. All right.
No, I mean,
Leeds United versus Man United.
Manchester United is a big team. It's just like Mapalo would give great analysis. But ngati muli wakulu wa ntchito because you know that ni nthawi yake na yeye. So Leeds United might play some expansive football. When they face the likes of Liverpool.
I mean, when Leeds United plays Man United.
This is what Nikuza guy. Mapalo is a junior like Leeds. So agapanga beautiful analysis. Mutotela. But when it comes to the big boys, when they're in the building, when they're in the view, as is the case, when they come up against Manchester United, all those 123 ways and so on, they go out of the window because you are coming against the Manchester United side that has the likes of Edinson Cavani, El Matador. Obviously, he's been charged rather unfairly, in my opinion, for his comments on social media, which he deleted. But he's coming back from injury. And if you saw Manchester United in midweek, they were literally flying. Paul Pogba, who has been more of a virus, according to Jose Mourinho, has come into his own, played some lovely football, lovely passing, as well as vision. Then Bruno Fernandes has always been man of the match in whichever game he plays for Manchester United. And mind you, United are only pangono chetma points kufika pamwamba, at least number 2. And by the way, us, we don't allege that we are the best. We prove it. Unlike some coaches, no coach of the year, FIFA awina kamozi. Ku Germany kuli muntu ananyamula kasaka kama trophy, including the Champions League. So Steve Kapena FIFA Player of the Year is down now to the EPL or England, because he mentioned Bielsa, who came from the Championship into the Premier League. He was named as the third best in the world. Personally, I don't understand how they are arriving at these awards, because you have a guy like Jurgen Klopp winning only one Kantukamozche, then Flicker win a Vonce League, Champions League, Kamozche, coach of the year. Now, having said that, Lorenzo, against Leeds United, obviously United have this situation of where they are conceding first and attempt to come back, but if you go down against the Leeds side, you might not come back, like the case was against RB Leipzig, in the Champions League. And having said that, I know you're very, very happy about Real Madrid's ascent, particularly after beating Atletico de Madrid in the Madrid derby. But it's just one of those days where Diego Simeone's side, Kapera now Kira left, and they and they found Madrid in better form. But there's nothing to write home about. They have been blowing hot and cold, the Whites. The so-called Galacticos, still a lot of problems there which they need to settle, particularly in the Champions League.
Wow, we close it on a boxing.
Yeah. Please, let's close.
Remember last weekend there was the fight between Tyson Fury and that was Tyson Fury versus
Tyson Fury.
There was a boxing match. Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev from Bulgaria. Nichikadi. Getting into that fight, Pulev had only lost one fight, whereas as well Anton Joshua lost one fight. Yes. So they were at par in terms of that game. Yes. That's why per way in they wanted to try to hit each other. But when the fight came on at Wembley Stadium, Saturday night, it was a great fight. But Anton Joshua, as usual, proved that he was a man. In the third round, he dropped, Pulev 2 times, and otherwise the fight could have ended there. But he ended up, dropping him in the 9th round, and that's where, the fight ended. So now there's a potential blockbuster, which is, which is being, put for May 2021. Tyson Fury up against Anton Joshua. They are both world champions. The other one was the World Boxing Council. The other one was the WBA, IBF, and the other version. So they're trying to bring it together. Both of them are British.
Bouts.
Yeah, but tomorrow morning, 0304. There's you remember Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez. He's also, lost one fight. He lost to Mayweather. Yeah, that's the only dent that he's got. He's beaten just about every boxer alive, inclusive of inclusive of Triple G. Triple G?
Yes.
Yes. He's beaten that guy. He's beaten just about everybody. So he's up against another Briton, Callum Smith. Callum has gone 27 fights, yet to concede yet to
Yet
go
to
down,
test defeat.
yet to test defeat.
Unbeaten.
Yes, but he's an underdog in this fight against a guy that has only lost once to Mayweather. So, having lost that fight, was it in 2014 against Mayweather? He's never lost a fight. He's beaten just about everybody. In the last fight, he fought, Kovic. Sergey Kovic. He was also able to down him. Na kumuchaya kuchoka na muntambo.
All right, so that's the big fight. Callum Smith against Saul Canelo Alvarez.
From Mexico.
From Mexico.
Mexico.
We're definitely going to have ourselves glued as we watch Saul Canelo Alvarez from Mexico, as Chair puts it. Well, it's been an exciting program. We appreciate everyone that did come. Palo Mfundisi beating his way through traffic, and Lusaka Roadworks, Chair, and Andrew to grace today's program. It's mejores amigos para siempre. At this juncture, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen have to say,
Lights out.
Wow. Yeah.